and welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. Today is going to be a slightly different video because I won't be building a house, so to speak. I will be building a tent, which I don't know whether this is going to even be worse or better. I don't go camping, so this could be traumatic for me. All thanks to EA, I've got early access to the Adventure Awaits pack. So what you see on screen here is early access. It is not final software, and you will see my gallery name PCD Diva floating around the screen. But this means that we have the time to sit down and relax and really digest this game together before it comes out, just so you can figure out whether you want it or not. And so far, I believe with all the videos that I've put out, I feel like it suggests the bones of a really good pack to add to your collection. So of course, if you are going to be purchasing it, don't forget to use my creator code in the checkout promo code section when you're purchasing it on the EA app. Of course, that would absolutely make my day. But just as a little thank you, and all thanks to EA, I'm allowed to give away one copy of the Adventure Awaits pack. If you want to win yourself a brand new, clean and sparkling copy of this pack, all you've got to do is head on over to the video listed down below and let me know what your favorite childhood activity was. What did you do as a kid? Because all I did was play games as soon as I got my hands on The Sims. Also, my God, there was no stopping me. Indoors all day playing games. Well, what did you do? You've got until Monday, the 6th of October, and I will pick a winner so you guys also can begin this adventure yourself. So thanks so much to EA for giving me this opportunity. Well, with all that aside, I believe I'm going to throw my sim into a tent today. And I don't really know how this is going to work. I've tried building nice tents before, but I think I want to get inspired. I like really funky glam tents today. I want to build like a tent camp, but I don't want to make it sound traumatic. I used to go camping, well, not that much, maybe like a couple of times with my parents when I was a kid. And in Poland, when you're a child in the woods, it's boring. Well, it's not that boring. It's actually really pretty. Every time we went, I feel like there was just constantly a thunderstorm, and I thought that was perfect, on par with The Sims, because I feel like there's always a thunderstorm in The Sims. So thank God this is early access to the game and there's no seasons installed, so we're all safe from the bloody thunderstorms. So I wonder what would happen if I type in fancy tent into Pinterest. These really fancy, expensive, like glamping tents. I've never been glamping. I don't know what the appeal is. I feel like spiders would just come in with you. It's like, who's paying for the rent for the day? Me, or is it the spiders, you know? So these are really cute. I would like to maybe try and do a couple of these really cute, cozy glamping ideas. Also, what I mean by fancy tent is, you know those like modular tents? What if I actually type in modular tent? Yes, like, do you know those ones where you literally have got like rooms upon rooms inside your tent? Oh my God, this one, sorry, this is an ad. What the heck? But this one, he blows it up. That's fantastic. When I was a kid, I used to have this tent that you would like zip 2 rooms together. Like, look at this one. This one fits 2 double beds in there. Are you kidding me? So I kind of want to make maybe 3 different sections. One of just like really kind of regular, you know, base price tents. One of the glampings out the back, and then maybe one of just like this random modular like tent. You know, those like proper like mountain heavy juicy tents. Okay, why is Pinterest not showing me what I want to see? Maybe I'll just have to create it myself. Oh, we could do like really cute fairy lights and stuff, like a little camping scenario. Yes, guys, this could be fun. But this also explores new possibilities of like rags to riches. Like, you can just make yourself a little tent. Now, I think there is a couple of ways that you can do this. I'm going to maybe just try and experiment a little bit here because, you know, Sandra doesn't really know what she's doing. But there are multiple different ways that you can do this. I believe also there's a way that I can do it without walls. This already seems like a bad idea, so I'm not entirely sure how one would do this. I also really don't know what to do on the back of the tent. Like, how do I close it off? Wait, what if I do angular and then I raise this up? No, just no. There has to be a way of making this look good and still make it make sense, you know? No, that does not make sense, Andrew. Okay, so I don't think that's gonna work, because like if I just do this on the back, that's going to look not like a tent and more so like a bunker. I wish I had like a triangular piece to fit in here. I feel like you guys are gonna be like, Sandra, why don't you use this? And I'll be like, oh guys, please help me. Sometimes I feel like I should go live on YouTube because I feel like you guys would give me, oh wait, actually this is a really funky kind of vibe. Wait, now, anyways, I was gonna say maybe I should go live so you guys could give me like really funky build ideas while we're building together. I've never been live on on YouTube. I used to do lives on Twitch, but let me know if you'd like to see that idea. If you press Control and C, you will get extra kind of like little balls on top of your roof. So that way then, when you click on those, you have more points to like sag your roof down. That looks like a bug on the ground crawling towards me and I'd want to step on it. That's what that looks like. But maybe there's a way of making this look cute. I really don't think so, but Sandra is here to try her very best. Like, I mean, that looks like one of those like really expensive fancy tents, even though this is the room you have inside. No, this is not gonna work. Ooh, stunning. Well, you can add these things to it, as well as of course the trims. And the best part of all of this is that you can actually make it look like a tent with the texture, because we also have that texture as a wall. So like that does look kind of funky, but does that look like the stupidest tent you've ever seen in your life? Because there's actually like no room in there. Yes, but maybe this is just like a show tent. Maybe this is like the new idea that they're suggesting, but maybe this is the front desk of the tent. It looks like a bug, doesn't it? It looks like a beetle. Okay, I'm going to move that aside for 1 second. Oh, hello? Why didn't you all move together? No, that does not even want to work for me. Why don't you want to move? That's so rude. I'm just gonna delete you for a second. Let's forget about him. Let me maybe just plan this out a small bit before I go any further with this stupid beetle idea. So of course we're going to have like a lovely like entryway, la-di-da-di-da. So I think at the back side, wait, now this is close to the road and this is close to the nature. So maybe the glamping side will kind of go here, right? So this would be like your glamping tent. Maybe up front here we would have like the cheapest tents possible. And then back here we will kind of have like the modular tents, like the random one with the like random room scenario. And then over here we could just have like a nice like outdoor section. There's going to be no regular homes on this lot. It's just tent. Because if you think about it, that's all really camping is. You're out in a field, just doing your thing, fighting off beetles that look like your tent. So essentially the one way I know how to make your tent is where you take a room, and you don't do that. You take a roof and put it onto the side of the house. You copy it over to the other side. And then once again, you take your top roof, extend it out, make it sag a little bit. I mean, it's a tent, not made out of roof. You just got to pretend the magic is there. Oh, you can even maybe extend portion of it out like this. Oh, fun and fancy is all I'm gonna say. And then you add, of course, your little detail pieces. I think I'm gonna make these ones green. Don't know why. These cheap ones can be green. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most stunning tent one has ever seen. Wow. Are you proud? You should be. You should be something anyway. Oh, wait, what if we do it this way? Oh, that looks kind of funky, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why these are like poking through. Excuse me. Something weird is going on in my tent, but that's kind of fun, isn't it? I like it. And of course, with this new pack, we've got a couple of amazing doors and windows to really fuel this weird passion for these tents that we're all experiencing. We even have this little thing to protect. Okay, where's my move objects? I can't do this without move objects. We even have this really cute like tarp to pretend that you can like close off your windows and your doors. God forbid this one actually goes where the other ones go though. I kind of want them in a line because like that's essentially what you would do. Oh my God, that's so cute. Why am I obsessed with this idea of the tent? And for whatever stupid reason, I just feel the need to put planter boxes on them. As if you would have planter boxes. Actually, maybe we'll leave the planter boxes for the fancy tents. I suppose the back window, I suppose the back of the tent looks a bit silly, but this does allow me to actually add a back window, which is so funny because we can't have windows on the side. But usually tents would have some sort of windows. I wonder, is it possible to do a tent with like a glass roof? Wait, can I just move you away for 2 seconds? If I grab this, make it smaller. This is all a part of my silly little experiment, guys. Don't worry about it. I can then add one of these, make it short, make it snazzy, turn this around, elongate this once again, and we've got this so far. Not great, not great, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, do we really sag this roof as well? This is the roof that will have glass on it. I gotta do this. This is the science experiment no one needs, but we of course all want. So now if I take the green and just put it on those two patches, I can then add, oh my God, I can add a glass roof inside my tent. I mean, that is a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, because like why the heck would you have that? but don't some tents have like that little thing at the very bottom of them, like a little vent thing? So maybe that does make sense. What the heck is happening with this part of the roof? Like, what are you doing? It just wants to go up, apparently. That's very rude. No, I'm not a fan of that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that does look a little bit silly, but maybe we could have at least like a tent like this. Can I even make it smaller, I wonder? I want like another one maybe at a slight angle. So what if I do like a small square one, but unfortunately at a diagonal? Like tents are usually quite small, so I don't really want to make these like oversized because like what the heck, like it's a small tent. It shouldn't be this big. It shouldn't be this dramatic. So this is going to be the difficult one because this one is at an angle, at a diagonal. So God bless me and my building skills. But I think something like that would be very cute to have like a little camp area. Whoa, look at this. This is cute. I'm obsessed, guys. I really hope you guys are as obsessed as I am because this is brilliant. This is mind-blowing, dare I say. So maybe we could do this one as like the darker green color. That could be fun. Nice little dark tent. So the green section is like, you know, the affordable section. You know, maybe you just want to come in just for one evening, see what it's all about, see what the fuss is all about. You know, you don't want to pay too much money. You just want to see whether camping is for you. And that essentially would be me, actually, because I'm not sure how much camping is for me, really. Okay, these are like clipping into each other and not very happy about that. Oh my God, that is so cute. Like, I'm genuinely obsessed with this idea of like the tents being just like such a cozy space. Like, I hope you guys see that too. Wait until we get into the inside of them. Oh my God, there's just so many cute little ideas you can do. I'm sure you probably have already seen me do a couple of them in my videos, but look at them. There's 2 little tents. Oh my God. Okay, so these are the insides of the tent. So obviously, excuse me, where did you come from? We obviously don't really need like too much inside them. They're just tents. But I really love the idea of like adding these lights. Do these things even have roofs? I don't even know what's like up above us. Oh yeah, this one has this thing, which is fine. That's okay. I'll just move this over a little bit. We could have this maybe at like more so the back area. That's fantastic. This one doesn't have any roofing glass feature, so that one's fine. We'll give this one a nice window as well. You're so cute. And I don't know what kind of flooring you have because they didn't give us tent flooring. They gave us tent walls, which is, I mean, beautiful and fantastic. Like, look at these. But for some reason, something is possessing me to put like cork board flooring. So why don't in these ones we just have cork boards? Because these are like the affordable ones. No, comfort isn't essentially key in these ones. Comfort is a second thought in these ones, essentially. So why don't we maybe make this one like a double one? I mean, logically, you'd have a sleeping bag and not this beautiful bed in it. And maybe let's make this one like a double one. So you just have like these two inside here. Wow, so stunning and comfortable. Maybe this can also have like a nice little green table there. Whoa, this is just fantastic, guys. Would you not love to stay in my tents? I feel like you should. Now we can have these curtains as well just to block out some light. That light should be very intrusive on top of that bed. Like, imagine trying to sleep and it's like, oh my God, the eyes are burning. So yeah, again, I don't really need too many things in these tents in particular. As I said, these are the affordable tents. So, you know, you just kind of come in here, go to sleep. We don't have much time. Time is running out. I don't know why this is so dramatic. It's really not. It's not that deep, guys. It's really not that deep. Wow, look at this. Actually, no, do you know what? I'm gonna have the matching rug here as well because these are the green ones. So it's like, oh, you're coming in to check in. Okay, well, we've got either the green ones or else the other colored ones. Which ones would you like? And then you obviously like pick which color tent you would like to have, which I think is fantastic. I would like to have somewhere for your Sims to be able to change clothes, but honestly, there's like not much room here. So maybe all I'll do is I'll just do a little mirror that, of course, we've nailed to the wall somehow, even though the wall is a tent. So I don't know how that works. Some of the objects that came with this pack are honestly so cute. Like, they're very inspiring to me anyways, because I don't usually build with objects like this. So the fact that, you know, the game has made me want to sit here building tents all day long, that says something about the pack. And that says something about this idea, you know? It must be cute if Sandra's sitting here building a tent all day long. Oh, maybe we'll add one of these. So this is like a little tea section, you know? You'd see these a lot in like hotels and obviously like B&Bs and stuff. You would have like your little personal tea section, even though we don't have a kettle, but we do have a smoothie blender, but not in these ones. These ones are the affordable ones. Maybe we'll just have like a nice little chair in the corner. Maybe that's where you put your clothes when you undress. Wow, what a lovely little section to sit down and relax on. I want like some paintings up on the wall, even though that literally makes no sense. But look how cute and like comfy everything looks. Well, not that comfy, but you get the idea. You get the gist. We'll do these on the inside as well. But yeah, that's what we'll do. Wow, so cute. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Look at how adorable it looks. It looks so cozy and squishy. Like, it is very squishy, I'm not gonna lie. But for some reason, it just feels very, like, cozy vibed for me. And I think something like that with the rags to riches is gonna be so funny to have, like, tents like this. I mean, that's fantastic. Okay, so those are my two kind of affordable tents. So why don't we try and build maybe some of these, like, funkier, kind of more modular tents? Like, what else can I do? Like, I'm kind of thinking, let's go for quite a big space like this, right? And then let's try add a second section onto this portion. I mean, that's probably gonna look ridiculous. And we're gonna be here like, oh, Sandra, no, that doesn't make any sense. But let's just try it. Let's try and make a tent out of this. So again, I'm going to start off the exact same way with like the portion on the side of the house, right? So we're going to make it go up as high as we can and shorten it up. That's what we've got going on here on this section. We also might need this section to be tent, but also like this section. So I'm going to reduce this just to one portion like that. So far, that looks normal, I would like to think. We'll forget about the back. The back doesn't exist. We'll only do the same thing that we've got here at the front, kind of like so. And then we're okay with this portion being cut like that too, because we're going to also do this where we take the roof, we extend it out quite far. Maybe this one actually has like extra roof because this one's like really fancy. Like this is like the second stage of tents. It's like, oh, these ones are like the slightly more expensive ones. So you guys, you might want to get a little bit of extra cash before you come and rent these ones out. You know, that kind of way. I don't know what that means, but we're going to take this and then we're going to also take this one and put it over here so that these almost like cut into each other. It looks a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, but that's just the way it is. This is like the fancy tent area and we're just okay with it. So, okay, that doesn't look very good now, but I swear, I promise you, it's going to look better in a minute, I think. Like, I mean, surely it's gonna look better when I actually paint it. Maybe let's make these ones the blue ones. Whoa, this is the blue section. You know, blue means money. Blue means expensive. So we just put a trim on all of these as well. Just make them look nice and fancy and pretty and polished. Okay, that doesn't look very good, but I will try make this work. Okay, what is happening to these portions? Why are they all like cutting through? Can you just go away for 2 seconds? What is happening? What are you doing? Why are you acting like this? Okay, go back on now. Oh my God, what are you doing? It's like there is just another section. Oh, is it this roof that's freaking out? Oh, great. Oh, great. Don't I just make you go in one? Yeah, that's much better. Guys, this is fun. This is different. This is something. I'm like really trying not to laugh because there's nothing funny about this. This is normal. But it's just when you realize that you're playing The Sims and you're not building a house, you're building a tent. It's like, what? Why? And then, you know, you just don't ask any questions. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this as much as I'm enjoying it. Also, the fact that the underneath of the roof is also painted a tent color is actually like magnificent. We love to see that. Like, look how cozy that looks. Whoa. Okay, so that's like your big modular tent. Isn't this cool? Silence. Cricket silence. Silence of the crickets is what this movie should be called. I think that's really cool. And now I wish I pushed it back a little bit, but I don't think it's going to let me move just this chunk. Can we just go over this way? Oh, you can let me move it. Oh, brilliant. Except for that one pole. This tent is so fancy. It's got double doors and also it's so fancy. It's got planter pots. Like, how fancy is this? Can't get any more fancy, honestly. I've also added these little cuts inside this area to make it look like, do you know, because sometimes there are also like actual windows you could like zip open. Well, we've got something like this. So then there's like a tiny bit of natural light that's coming through here as well. So you can look out those kind of areas here. And the flooring of this tent is like that playground matting cover stuff. So I thought that was like maybe a little bit more comfortable. You could like take off your shoes and feel just a little bit, you know, nicer and more cozier. So that's like your kind of modular, bigger, fancier tent. So that's tent number 2. So I still need to make like the glamping tents, which I'm a little bit worried about those. So maybe let's figure out how this is going to work. And also here, what I do want to use are those new like intense canvas arches. So these really do remind me of the idea of like being inside a tent, and like the walls are obviously not real. Maybe they're all like zipped together. So maybe we've got something like this here. I mean, there's gonna be no toilets here, but I like to think that maybe we could have like a bed in here and then a bed in here, and then maybe like a small little kitchen area. I mean, not necessarily kitchen area. In Poland, when we used to go camping, we used to have those like little small little, oh god, what were they called? It was like a little gas tank, and on top of it there was just like obviously a fire that used to come out, and we used to be able to like boil water. They were like little propane tanks, I'm sure. I don't know what they were, but we had those and they were really fun. I wish they would have added something like that here in The Sims, but look, it's fine. We can just have like a small little fridge, and then we also have gotten a new like little surface area. I really thought it would have been in counters because it does serve as a counter, I believe. It's this thing. It's like an appliance cart, I suppose. That's what it's called. So maybe we could have an appliance cart here as well. I don't know where the electricity is coming from. Maybe you pay extra for the electricity. You know, that's just what happens. And maybe these people also somehow put up a shelf here because like that's fantastic. Of course you could just put up a shelf in a tent. What are you talking about? It's perfect. That's actually quite cute though, don't you think? And we could have like a small little table here with these like fold out chairs. Because like we obviously brought our own like table and stuff. So maybe we could have one like here. I know it's a little squishy, but like, I mean, we're in a tent. What are you expecting? Maybe we could have 2 single beds here. And then like we could have the double bed inside there. I think that would be quite nice. Nice and cozy, you know, you could have loads of people stay at the same time. We could have bunk beds too. Ooh, that's an idea because we did get a new bunk bed. This would sleep a lot of people. Like maybe because this tent is so big, maybe we bring like the whole family, even the extended family. Everyone come on along. Cousins, aunts, uncles, neighbor, come on along. Let's go camping. I hate the way it cuts into the window though. Like I suppose it's camping. We don't choose where the windows go. The windows choose themselves. The windows choose their own path of life, okay? Sorry, I'm getting obviously tremendously excited about the idea of living in a tent. I'm actually so obsessed with this room for some reason. Everything is very blue and kind of dark, but look how cozy it looks. And I have no idea why these people brought their house plant with them for the weekend, but whatever. They've got their fruit cake. All the kids and the aunts and the uncles can all sleep inside here, which is fantastic. And then let's do a nice like double bed. And I'm kind of thinking of tucking the double bed maybe kind of against the wall, or is that just going to be a bit silly? Sorry if I am screaming. I'm just obviously tremendously excited. I could just do this, which I think would be nice, but I feel like that wastes a lot of room. Logically, you probably would just put the bed against the wall like this and just call it a day, because your Sims can still enter this way. And I guess that way then we could also fit in a little dresser, which this dresser doesn't really fit the aesthetic and the vibe that I want, but look, it's fine. We gotta do it what we gotta do. So maybe they also brought this houseplant with them as well, because, you know, houseplants really make a home, a house, a home, whatever the heck that just meant, but that's nice, I think. They even brought their beautiful little sunflower painting, because you can't live without art. Art is life, by the way. So, I don't know. And then maybe over here, they also have got like this little barrel. Oh, that's not a barrel, Sandra. That's a case. And they just got like some extra chairs here, you know, because you can all hang out. I think that's kind of adorable. There's something kind of cozy about this space, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe they brought another lamp. They got all these lamps on sale, by the way, in the adventure shop down the street, you know. They sell all these kind of stuff and all these kind of supplies. Oh my god, this little thing. Oh, where can I put this? I'm sorry. Something's gotta go. I gotta put this somewhere. Maybe I can actually yeet you out of the way. Forget the lamp. This thing. Oh my god. I wish this came with like more variations of items that you could put on top of it. I think that would just make it a little bit more realistic. But oh my god, my heart is breaking. No, this is genuinely so cute. I'm not gonna lie. There's a little fan as well, by the way, just in case you get a bit too hot in here. 'Cause I mean, it's a tent. Like, you probably would be a bit warm. So I think that makes sense to have a little tent by the bed. Kind of like the idea of this almost working as a bedside locker. I know it's a chair and it would be a bit silly having that next to your bed. But like, maybe we just have like a little fold out bedside locker. It's stupid, I know, but just play along with it. And of course, somehow these people also installed lights like on the walls, because electricity runs through the tent. This tent that they bought is very fancy. That's all I'm going to tell you about the tent. Just forget about it. Forget about everything else to do with the tent. Just remember that the tent is extremely fancy. These people spent their hard-earned cash on this tent. Oh my god, I'm absolutely obsessed. I feel like this painting should go there, actually, by the way. Guys, like, you can't say that this isn't so bloody adorable. Like, that is just such a cute concept to have, like, so many Sims being able to sleep inside a tent. It's not a house, guys. It's a tent. I know it's still technically considered a room, so it's a Sims house, whatever. But I'm building tents. I'm not even building a Sims house. I'm just building tents. This is fantastic. Okay, so I obviously haven't done anything to the outside yet. That's fine. That's not the protagonist of this video. Now, what I want to do here is I want to do glamping. So, I mean, can we do, like, what kind of shape roofs do we've got? We've got like these things, right? So these are octagonal. Then these are no, I have no idea. Anyway, but maybe we could do like this kind of shape house. Sorry, tent. How do I actually do this? Because it won't allow me to do that kind of shape. Wait, what? I'm utterly confused at this rate. Can I see the grid, please? Thank you. So I can do this shape, but I can't go down onto this tile. How am I supposed to make a shape that would fit this tent size? Okay, maybe this is not the one I want. Maybe this is the one that I want. I essentially want to make a shape that would fit this roofing, and it just doesn't work like that, does it? Wait, what? How are people supposed to make shapes like this? Yeah, see, geometry, anything to do with maths, actually. Did Sandra ever pay attention? No. Does she now wish she paid attention in maths? Yes, she does, because what the heck is this? We've also got a 5 shape. Maybe this is the one that I can do. How many of you guys are screaming exactly what to do in the comments? Like, I don't get it. What the heck am I doing wrong? Okay, so this was my ideal shape that I would have liked to make this, but how, like, what now? How and what and where and why? Maybe if I do this. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh guys, I did it. Okay, I'm a genius. So, okay, that still doesn't look too nice. It doesn't feel like it's giving me tent vibes. That's giving me mushroom vibes. Oh no. I think want sections of this to have like that kind of roof sensation feel. I wonder, is there any way I could make this look good? I really don't think so. Because if I add these onto the sides, that looks like a hat. You know those like hats that people have on their head? Sims team watching this being like, oh, thank God we didn't get her to build for this pack. Do you see the vision of what I'm trying to do though? It's okay if you don't, because I barely see the vision. So like I'd have something like this, and then I also wanted actually all of this to be on a platform. The game is just going to be like, no, stop. You had what you wanted. Why do you want more? Like I want there to be like a little patio almost, because these are the glamping tents. These are the fancy tents that people pay a lot of money for. I actually don't know. Do people pay a lot of money for this? I couldn't tell you because I've never been glamping. I've only been I was gonna say clamping. No, I've only been camping as a kid. What's happening here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Everything is fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, no. So far, I bloody hate this. Something is not looking right. I don't want this to look like a room. I want this to look like a tent. Well, I guess actually maybe if I start putting these tent structures. Oh, oh, maybe these will help me. How is this so like wrong? Okay, I think I need to resort back to Pinterest because I feel like something has gone wrong somewhere. Okay, so do you see these? These are kind of funky, but I was kind of thinking about those like, yeah, these like hectagonal, rectangular, no, not rectangular. These like kind of things. Okay, that's an ad as well. Bloody heck. This thing, like that's so cute. How do I make that in The Sims? Okay, we've got to think. So obviously not like that anyway. Let me just start again. It's almost like I'd have to have walls kind of coming out like this. Then we do some sort of a shape, which I'm going to do 3 and 2 on each side. Oh, that's still wrong. What are you talking about? Okay, maybe the entrance can be bigger, right? So that's our tent. So then I'm really worried this doesn't look good. Let's just close this off for 1 second so that it'll be easier for me to whack down a roof. Not that roof. Preferably a roof that fits this. Okay, that's not going to fit this shape. It'll have to be this shape, won't it? Oh my God, it fit perfectly. Are you kidding me? Wait a second, guys. I feel like I have got this under control. Okay, so then it almost reminds me of like a bit of a circus tent, which is slightly worrying because that's a bit creepy. But imagine something like this that's got like a nice bit of a peak to it, nice bit of a sag, you know. Maybe do we do a slight bit of an overhang? Just like a little bit? No. You see, what I want then is I want this portion to be opened, and I wanted like an eavy kind of peaky roof, but I really don't think I can really achieve this in The Sims. And I don't think The Sims want me to achieve this either. Do you see something kind of like this? If I... wait a second. Am I onto something or am I... What is this? Wait a second. Can this work? Maybe if I close this off... Okay, there's still a like a gap in there, which is not ideal for me. But maybe then I also do this, or maybe go back with these all together so that they're almost like back in there, and we elongate the eaves only so that we almost have this effect. Oh, guys, it's something. Not sure whether that something should be allowed in the game, but wait, that's not the worst glamping tent you've ever seen in your life, I would like to say. Like, it's obviously not perfect looking at that image that I'm getting inspired by, but I could work with this. And my other idea, I just want to kind of figure this out, whether this is actually even going to be possible, or else am I going to actually accidentally make a church out of this. But my other idea was to almost create like my, that looks really bad, but almost create my own like little hectagonal roof. And again, that could be actually the worst thing that the world has ever seen in the Sims community. But I would rather try this out so that we know that it's not possible than to be like, oh, why didn't I do that, you know, in the end? And in this case, invalid diagonal intersection. That's just great. What do you mean? Just let me do this, Sims. Let me just try it. Right, it's turning out to be a bit of a problem and a bit of a disaster because it just won't let me do exactly what I want. I essentially just wanted like little pieces, and I wanted to piece the pieces myself, but that literally looks like there's a cult going on inside there. So maybe let's not do that. Maybe this is actually the only way to do it, like the proper and nice way to get this done. Do you see what I mean though? Wait, would it not be easier if I just do one of these? Obviously, Sandra. But wait, then I could just do that, hide it all the way in there, and then take the eaves out. Wait a second. This could be it, guys. Have I made it? Have I done it? Is this it? I feel like we also need to sag this roof a small bit so that it joins the oh my god, it's a little circus tent. It's a little circus tent. I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. This is just so funny how I'm sitting here obsessing over a tent. Let's try and see whether the vision comes alive, because it's kind of losing me with that little bit inside there. But wait, what if I actually create a wall like this? Will it remove? No. Is there any way I can remove that? I think maybe if this becomes a room, I would be able to remove it. So why don't I try somehow to make this into a room? Okay, there we go. You see? Is it gone now? No, it's still there, because obviously that's not a room. Because why? I have no idea. But what if I do that? That doesn't look too bad. It looks a bit bad, but it doesn't look the worst. And I suppose if I also extend this and painted the tarp color. Wait, just you wait, guys. I feel like this is going somewhere. It could be going out the door, but it's going somewhere. I can also extend these slightly so that they poke through. Okay, never mind. Okay, does that look bad? Kind of. Can I make it look any better? I don't think so. Don't think so, guys. I just don't think that this is working. Yeah, circus vibes or glamping vibes? You tell me. Okay, guys, do we see the vision now? Is the vision coming along? I really hope so. I've also added this little section back here that allows you to go out to the pool, because apparently we've got a pool now in this section. I have no idea what's going on, but I think so far it is turning out quite nicely. And I think with a little bit of hard work, we actually got to where we need to be. So this is our like fancy glamping section. And this area right here, I kind of wanted this to have like actual lovely wooden floor. Like, I mean, something like really, really stupidly fancy. Or else we could just do this decking in like a different color. That could also be quite fun. Yeah, maybe actually the dark. Can I do my thing where like I actually do this like pattern on the floor? Oh, let's do it. Nothing screams expensive, like just a lot of unnecessary hard work just for aesthetic purposes. No, damn it, I messed it up. Whoa, guys, do you love it? Because I think I love it. Okay, so this of course is a really nice, a fancy glamping area. So we will have like the lovely wooden bed here, and like I suppose it's just going to be one double bed, and we'll have like a nice seating area, maybe like a bit of like a kitchenette vibe. We don't need to be sharing this space with anyone. This is only our space. I wish the bed sheets were nicer though. That's something I'm begging for. Like nicer bed sheets. Like, guys, need nicer bed sheets. I'm begging. We could have like lovely proper bedside lockers. Oh, I think that's gonna be so cute. Can I raise this window up a little? Maybe just up one. I'm like honestly obsessed with this idea of this tent. We should so do this as like a rags to riches, where we run like a camping ground. Let me know what you think of that idea, because I'm all over this. I think this idea is just perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's so fun. It's just so different. I mean, of course you could have probably made this kind of like tent idea before, but now we actually have like that canvas wallpaper and stuff. I just think it makes a lot more sense now than it did before. Oh, can I make this rug like really big? Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. This rug fits this whole entire space. Like, this is glamping at its finest. Over here, I'm literally just like seeing these really fancy chairs, like these ones. Oh, brilliant. This low wooden table with some music just like softly playing in the background. Oh, I'm obsessed. Over here is a small little kitchenette. Not too much because, you know, we're camping, we're not cooking. We would probably get takeout logically, but you know, you buy yourself a nice cool drink. You want to be able to store it somewhere. Because this is glamping after all. I've never been glamping, so I don't know why I'm like so outspoken on this idea of glamping. I've never done glamping, so you guys can tell me in the comments if you've done it before. I never put any bins into these cabins, these tents, so maybe this one can have like a really fancy bin. Oh, and this one has fresh fruit. Of course it does. Fresh fruit and smoothies, that's all you need when you're glamping, really. Isn't that what the cool kids say? Oh, beautiful and stunning. We need a lovely welcome mat as well, excuse me. We need this one. Precisely this one. And we're of course going to have like a beautiful plant greeting us at the door. The coat rack, because we know where to put our clothes on the coat rack. This is so funny. Like, it logically kind of makes no sense, but at the same time, it makes every little bit of sense. It just makes this so ridiculous. Like how in The Sims, I'm just doing a camping ground. It's brilliant, really. Did we bring these photos from home because we miss Italy? Yes, we maybe did. Are we a little bit crazy when we're camping? Yes, we are. But do we really care? Nah, this is brilliant. Okay, I don't have a chest of drawers, which in a camping situation, I mean, do you really need a chest of drawers when you're camping? Oh my God. Like, we hardly brought the IKEA wardrobe with us. Well, I guess no, we didn't set this tent up. Maybe the other ones people can actually set those up. Maybe these are more temporary, but maybe these are more permanent. So maybe that's why we just got like a nice chest of drawers here. Does that make any sense, guys? It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. But maybe we need something at least. I kind of want this to be over here instead. Oh my God, this is hilarious. I really hope you guys are going to find this as fun as I am finding this, because it's just so ridiculous and it's so funny at the same time. Wow, gorge. It's exactly what I wanted. Beautiful camping vibes. Oh my God, this thing. Yes, this thing is just gorgeous as an item. I really love that there. Is there like a nice light color? No, there isn't. There's this one, but I wanted it to be like that light wood. Maybe preferably not with the yellow. Yeah, the green. Oh, not that one. This green will do. I've also got like some extra pillows here. I don't know. I feel like the idea of this camping thing just makes me think of like cozy vibes. So those pillows suggest coziness. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Of course, we would also need the fan ourselves here as well somewhere. Maybe this could go like right here. Stunning. Gosh, we have a shoe rack. Like, we're that rich in this getaway that we've also brought our own shoe rack with us. Well, no, maybe some of these things do actually belong here. Maybe that's just what the idea is. But it's just so incredibly funny. I have no toilets on this lot. Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some sort of public toilet somewhere. God knows where, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, guys, so I've taken some time just to visualize what this is actually going to look like. And I really wanted this to feel like a campsite, a well and truly loved campsite. So I started off by making some toilets out here. And then I kind of thought that the toilets were awfully close to everybody, because this is logically a very small lot. I feel like if I put it on a larger lot, it would have just had like a better feeling, because everything would have been slightly more spaced out. Because I have like 3 different tiers of different tents obviously going on here. But anyways, the bathroom really inspired this idea of adding a lot of like foliage and grass and flowers and plants everywhere, because I kind of wanted to, you know, almost like separate things from each other, even though now that I look at it, nothing really feels very separated. Everything still feels a little weird. So I'm not entirely sure whether this does look good or if it looks bad, but I've got like a nice little section over here and stuff like for kids, and there's like 2 little bonfires and stuff, loads of planters and like random activities that your Sims can do. So now I was kind of thinking, what the heck am I supposed to put on this deck? Honestly, I really don't know. So I might just put like a separate little seating section here maybe. I wish this came with like a regular brown, but then again, I do have a regular brown right here, so maybe I'll just use this instead. Maybe we've got like some regular potted plants over here as well that we can kind of fill up. You know, I don't know. I would like to think that maybe when you're on like a holiday like this, you'd like to maybe learn a few skills. I don't know. That would be my first instinct if I was in The Sims. Just learn some some skills. I don't know, just sit down and relax. But it just feels very boring around here. Like there's just like nothing else here that I could add. Maybe I could do some sort of like a rug over here just to kind of make it feel like, oh yeah, we can kind of chill here as well. Maybe I'll add some cute little chairs. Maybe like these ones. I could add like 2 chairs like this that you're just kind of hanging out here. And we can have another one of these in a darker color and maybe just like a plant on top of it. I think that's actually quite nice. We'll add maybe 2 lights here just to have some lighting at this portion. And of course up at the front here as well, because you'll need to see where you're coming in, of course. So that is that section for you. And then of course you've got like the pool. So maybe we'll add like some pool equipment, even though I don't think I'll be able to fit much in here, to be honest with you. Like I don't think I can do the slide or anything. Though I probably could do the slide. Is it a bit much to have the slide here? Probably. Could I just try it anyways? Yeah, screw it. It's just The Sims. What are they gonna do? Slide and accidentally break their neck? I have no idea. Anyways, I suppose over in like these corners, I am really seeing just like random planter boxes. So maybe something like that does look quite nice here. And maybe we could put like another one. I don't know. I don't know where I would put the other one. Maybe over here. I just feel like this decking is really boring. I feel like if I had other packs obviously installed together, it would be kind of easier to make this look a little bit more filled in because we've got like a lot more random activities. But look, for the moment, we're making do with what we've got. I think I'm going to put these 2 lights out here just to make this kind of very cute at nighttime as well. Yes, maybe we could add some here as well. I don't know. This decking is an awfully weird shape, so just forget about it. Don't really worry about it too much. But maybe we do actually want lights all over the place. Okay, there we go. So that's at least the glamping area is nicely lit up and the bathrooms are. Everything else though is just like pitch black around here. Okay, so these people are going to have some lights over here as well. And then I suppose I will just add like a random lights scattered throughout the area. Maybe I'll put 2 over here. We could have like some maybe down aligning this section too for the kids to play with. I mean, this area will be lit up. Maybe I'll just do 1, but this area will be lit up anyways by campfires. And then of course we've got to light up the entrance to the toilet so we know where the toilets are. And maybe another one here. Okay, is that cute? I have no idea. I'm kind of running out of ideas to make this look nice. I'm really worried with how squishy this has turned out, even though I think everything should be fully functional and everything logically does seem like there is a bit of everything. You know, every kind of area has a kitchen. Well, kitchen, a fridge. There is no actual kitchen, but then again, like if you're going camping, you wouldn't have a kitchen. I could have done like a main area where there's like proper bathrooms inside a building with a kitchen, but I'm kind of inspired more so by the camping that I did when I was a kid, where we were literally just like in the crackers of nowhere in a field, trees around you, thunderstorms. I have a small little tent. It's about to fly away and we're eating from this like propane tank essentially. So I didn't want this to be too fancy, even though I did want to just test out the 3 different levels of tents, of course, which I think turned out pretty cute, dare I say. Could I maybe put, because this is like a building, so I reckon could I put like one of these here at least, just to suggest that like there is like, I suppose, ventilation. Or maybe this one could have like a cool flag, because these people are very patriotic to the camping. These ones are just regular, so they don't really need that. What else is there? I guess I never added these down here. Okay, that's kind of cute. Like, I like the way this person has like this lovely private pool, but then that's where the kids play. Like, that would drive me insane. Everyone like screaming over on this side, and you're trying to chillax in your glamping location, so that's not that ideal. But guys, I think that's kind of everything. I mean, there are still quite a lot of objects that I haven't used in particular in this video, but I mean, this wasn't a challenge of use every single object from the pack. I still think that it turned out pretty cute. I mean, I could have maybe added some archery somewhere. That could have been a fun idea, but like where? Like at this point, like where do you want me to put the archery? Maybe if I went and put it on a bigger lot, it would be a lot better, but I think I'm still quite happy with the way this has turned out. I'm just like really quickly scanning through the objects to see if there's anything else I could add. But honestly, guys, I think I've done the best I could when it comes to tents. Do you guys think they look like tents? I really bloody hope so, because it took me quite some time to figure this out. So I suppose the one last thing we got to do is do a little tour. Look at how cute it looks in the evening time. Oh, guys, welcome to my Sandra camp, where everybody gets to pick how poor they are. Sorry, I'm gonna be in the green tents. I don't know about you guys. Oh my god, it actually looks so cute, like even in the morning. But anyways, let's do a proper tour. So as you come through this beautiful sign that says Sandra camp, of course, you hit your head on that and you go through the first... Oh, okay, that is an issue straight away. Gotta be addressed. I'm the perfect landlord, so don't worry. We address the issues as they're happening. So as you come through this tent, you are greeted with a ceiling that's not painted. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm really interested to see you guys make other tents like this, because my Sorry, I just said I'm really excited for you guys to make better tents than this because I actually don't think that when you actually look up close, it does look that good. But look, we've got a beautiful little tent scenario over here. So we've got a beautiful, cozy little 2-bedroom, 2-room, 2-person room. Okay. Then we come out here. We've got some like fun little tables and stuff. And then we go to this twin room, which I really like this room. I think this one is quite cute, very nice and cozy with a beautiful view onto the public bathrooms. So that is fantastic. Then we've got the version number 2, which this is just like the slightly higher end ones. I honestly really like these ones. The idea of like the modular with like these kind of windows in cutting, that really reminds me of like the fancy tents that we did not have when I was a kid, but we always dreamed of having those. Anyways, this is my favorite room because I love the color blue, and this blue is such a beautiful, like kind of light, muted, dull blue, and it's just so beautiful, and I think it has such cozy, beautiful vibes. So I suppose this room has probably the nicest view of this beautiful rock out the back. And we also have got like a second bedroom over here, which can house 2 people as well. And imagine if we had sleeping bags. I cannot wait to do this with sleeping bags from Snowy Escape or whatever the sleeping bags come from. Oh my god, it would be amazing. And also with proper tents, like, do you know the actual tents that we have in The Sims? Oh my god, that would be fantastic. Back here then we just got another little seating area, not much else to write home about. And yeah, we've got another little small kitchenette, and that is your like 2nd grade really nice blue tent. And then if that isn't enough for you, once you get through this beautiful little section right here of fires, you then can also rent out the glamping section, which you get your own decking all to yourself. I don't know how, I suppose you could grade these different prices if you are running this as a business. I suppose you can't really, but I would imagine that this one is the most expensive. It has a beautiful double door, and as you come in, you are literally greeted with like class, finesse, and cozy vibes. I actually really like this. I think this is so beautiful, and like the lovely brown kind of colors make this really cozy. Just don't worry about the roof clipping in, it doesn't matter. Again, we've got a small little kitchenette, but then again, you won't be cooking. You'll be getting the peasants downstairs to cook for you. So we've got a beautiful, lovely little seating section. We even have got a wardrobe because that is an essential, and we even have got our own shoe rack. So then if you thought that wasn't enough, you come out here and you have another little seating area in this covered up tent section, and then you've got a private pool with a little slide. I mean, there's nothing private about that because everybody can see you using your like rich amenities like a slide while everyone else is just down in the mud, you know, but whatever. You can go swimming, you can go sliding up the slide. Whee! What? Okay, now I'm in the water. Okay, that's fantastic. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this idea. I mean, this is probably going to be done by so many people. Well, I mean, I'm presuming a lot of people are going to try and make tent homes. So I'm very interested to see what I can learn, because this was kind of like not my first rodeo with these, because I've been trying them for the last couple of days and weeks, however long I had this pack. But I feel like there's better ways to finesse this to actually make these look better. So I'm very interested to see throughout YouTube what you guys are going to create out of this. But I really hope you like my little tent camp, Sandra's tent camp, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, as I said, if you are going to be purchasing the Adventure Awaits pack, don't forget to pop in my creator code at checkout in the promo code section, as that would really mean a lot to me. And I am still though running a giveaway, so if you wanted to chance your arm and see whether you can win your luck, don't forget to enter that giveaway. That's all linked for you in the description. And of course, thank you so much to EA for giving me the early access to this pack. It really does mean a lot. It makes my day, the fact that I could sit here practicing how to make tents with you guys, so that really does mean a lot. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.